Hello friends, this video on wave optics part 6 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 5 before going ahead with part 6. So what is this wavefront? Wavefront is defined as locus of all points having same phase. Just now I told you, right, that phase is a significant term, so you should understand it properly. That means all such points which are in the same phase, the common locus to all such points is nothing but a wavefront. I am sure it is not clear to you. Okay, let us try to understand this looking at these diagrams. Now, can you guess what is a wavefront? Okay, let us suppose whenever we say that waves are coming, it would be something like this. We are not talking about a single waves. There are so many waves, right? So if the waves are coming like this from some source, now all these points will have the same phase. Again, all these points will have the same phase. So the line joining these points which are in the same phase is nothing but the wavefront. So this is a wavefront of these waves. That means it gives an idea of, it is a simple representation of the wave, because everywhere it is not possible to draw the waves, right? For example, in ray optics, we always denoted light as a ray of light. So a straight line with an arrow at one end. That is how we represent it. Now in this case, you are looking at the wave aspect of light. So that means you need to denote the wave. Now if you denote the wave, it becomes really cumbersome to denote it. To draw diagrams and all, it becomes difficult. So this concept of wavefront was introduced, and it was told that wavefront is the locus of all points which are in the same phase. So if I know the wavefront, I can depict how the waves are moving. So in that case, I do not need to draw all the waves. Just the wavefront can tell us about the give us the information about the set of waves. Here if you see, this is how the waves are flowing, right? So this is how the waves are. So one behind the other. So which is the wavefront? These green lines represent the wavefront for these waves, right? Similarly, if you look at this diagram, what does this show? Whenever there is one disturbance anywhere in water, and this is one of the best example to understand wavefront, right? When we talk about wavefront, if you disturb a small portion of water, that means let us suppose if you throw a stone in a small portion of water, you will see that the disturbance spreads far and wide, right? You throw a stone at a single point, but the water surrounding that area also gets disturbed. Why is it so? Wavefront has a very important role to play there, right? In that case, the disturbance which you caused, that creates waves, and those waves have a typical kind of wavefront, right? Looking at the wavefront, you can understand why it spreads all around. It spreads uniformly on all sides, right? So basically, understanding wavefront is nothing. It is the locus of all points which have the same phase, right? So here also I have drawn the wavefronts. When you look at waves in this fashion, which I have drawn here, the same thing I have drawn it here. Similarly, when you consider planes, these are the planes from which waves are coming out. So the wavefront in this case would be, we will discuss that. So now that you have understood what is wavefront, let us look at the types of wavefront. There are basically three types of wavefront: spherical wavefront, cylindrical wavefront, and plane wavefront. So we will discuss each of them, that is spherical, cylindrical, and plane, one by one. So let us first take up the spherical wavefront. Spherical wavefront means a wavefront which is spherical in shape. The example which I had taken in the previous slide, there you saw that the wavefront was linear, like it was in the form of straight lines. So in this case, under what situation the wavefront will be spherical? When we have a point source. If the source of light is a point source, Point source means the size of the source is so small that it can be considered as a point. It is considered as dimensionless, right? So for this, the best example would be the water ripples. As I mentioned before, if you throw a stone in water, you will find ripples like this, right? So what are these? What are you observing actually? You are observing circles. You are observing concentric circles. This is nothing but spherical wavefront. Since we are viewing it only from, we are only viewing the top view. This is the top view when you throw a stone in water. So what happens? These kind of spherical wavefronts are formed. That means basically what is happening, that means when you throw water, let us suppose this is the point where you throw the stone. So that means waves originate in all directions like this. So if this is your point, if waves are originating in all direction in this way, so what would be the wavefront? Let us suppose if you consider the peak point of all of them, and if you join them, what do you get? You get concentric circles. But basically, consider it three-dimensionally. It is in the form of sphere, but it is difficult to represent the sphere here. So on paper, it is always represented as concentric circles. Similarly, again, if you join them, so you keep getting these spherical wavefronts, right? So when your source is a point source, the wavefront which you get is a spherical wavefront. Plane wavefront. What is a plane wavefront? When the source of light is located at infinity, then the wavefront is a plane wavefront. So in this case, when the waves are coming from infinity, they are like parallel waves. So the wavefronts would be linear, somewhat like this, right? So these kind of, this is known as a plane wavefront, because the lines which we see, they are not linear lines. They are like plane sheets, somewhat like this. Here you see plane sheets. When you observe them from side, the side view will give you straight lines. So this is how the plane wavefront will look like. The third one is a cylindrical wavefront. That is a wavefront which is cylindrical in shape, right? Like how you had spherical wavefront when you have a point source. Now if you have a line source, that means your source of light is somewhat like this. If this is a line source, that means waves will originate from everywhere. So you will have waves originating from everywhere. So what will be this? It would be somewhat like this. This will also be somewhat like this. This will also be somewhat like this. So similarly, you will have many concentric circles. So what is the wavefront? Basically, the wavefront is in the form of a cylinder. So when you have a line source, you get a cylindrical wavefront. So are you understanding? How do we understand what kind of wavefront it will be? First we see what is the source of light. So from that source, we originate waves in all directions, because waves will originate in all directions. Then we see what is the shape that we obtain when we find out the locus of all the points which are in same phase. So here if you see, in case of cylindrical wavefronts, so many waves will originate from all around. So if you join them, you get so many concentric circles, right? Those concentric circles taken together will form a cylinder, and therefore we get a cylindrical wavefront, right? So talking about wavefront, we spoke about a spherical wavefront, cylindrical wavefront, as well as plane wavefront. So now this wavefront, it is very much important to understand the concept of wavefront, because it is going to be very, very useful as you go ahead with Huygens principle, because it is not possible to understand Huygens principle without understanding wavefront, right? Okay, so sometimes how do we use wavefront? Many a times, instead of representing the waves originally, instead of drawing the light waves in real, we draw the wavefront, because drawing the wavefront is relatively simple, right? For a point source, the wavefront will be a circle. So, it is actually a sphere, but we will draw a circle. For a line source, we have to draw a cylinder. Similarly, for some source which is at infinity, we will just draw lines instead of planes, right? So now here you see another interesting diagram. What does it show? It shows the straight lines. Straight lines show what? What kind of wavefront it is? It is plane wavefront because some waves are coming from far off distance. So you get plane wavefront. That means waves are coming like this. So if waves are coming like this, if you join all the points on the same phase, you will get straight lines. They are not actually lines since it is something three-dimensional. I cannot explain you the depth here on the screen, so you have to understand it yourself. So the straight line is nothing but a plane because there are waves coming in like this even behind. These set of waves are there even behind, so that means behind also you get such straight lines. So basically you get a plane, right? So these plane wavefronts are coming and falling on a lens. Now after passing through the lens, what happens? The wavefront gets curved, right? Now why does this happen? We will study all these things as we go ahead and study Huygens principle first. Once we understand Huygens principle, then gradually we will also go to all these studies that how does it behave how does the wavefront behave when it passes through a convex lens. Because otherwise, what happens when a ray of light passes through a convex lens? When a beam of light passes through a convex lens being a converging lens, it will try to converge the beam of light, right? So the ray of light will get converged to a particular point. Similarly, here in this case, what is happening to the wavefront? The wavefront is also getting bent because the rays of light are actually getting converged to a point. Because of that, this wavefront is getting bent. How? If you think of it yourself, you will get a better answer. You'll even clear your own concepts. But otherwise, I can also explain you. Like here, the rays are like this. But in this case, what will happen to the rays? In this case, like after, let us suppose this is how rays are coming on a convex lens. Now these light rays will then focus to a point, right, after passing through the lens. Now what happens in this case to the wavefront? Now here, if you see, this is how the wavefront will be formed. So this way you will get the wavefront. So you understand, since the waves are changing their direction, the waves are bending and trying to converge to a point, therefore the shape of the wavefront is also changing. So I hope that you could understand what a wavefront is. Please understand wavefront properly. If you want, repeat the last 2-3 slides again so that you have a better understanding, so that you can visualize things. So wave optics is something which can be understood only with visualization. I cannot show you everything. I mean, everything cannot be displayed or everything cannot be drawn on the screen. There are certain three-dimensional things which you have to visualize, right? Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.